Hey dancers, I've just loved getting to know some of you here on this channel. And I've been getting some questions about my training, what I do, about my life, which totally makes sense. And I want to take some time to answer some of those. So I opened a place on Instagram for you guys to submit some questions. And I've put them together here. And I'm going to answer as many as I can in a short video for you. So you guys get a little sense of who I am and how I got here to be with you guys on this channel. So one of the biggest questions was, how did Kathryn and I meet? Kathryn and I actually met via Zoom. I think the first time we met was via Zoom. So we had connected because I used to have a podcast. It was called Beyond the Point. And we talked with professionals in different areas and myself. And I think that what really made me reach out to her and then her connect with me is that I work very much on how do we optimize the body to perform well, not what shape is your body? Are you meant for ballet? Do you have long lines, skinny legs, big whatever? It really is, how do we work with each body to get our legs higher? And I believe that everybody can improve. And I think that looking at the shape of our body is extremely outdated and does not work for seeing increased technique for every person. So I think she jived with that. She came on the podcast. She was so lovely. I was smitten with her, as I think everybody is when they first meet Kathryn. And then we actually didn't talk for a while. And when she announced that she was moving to Southern California, my house is 5 minutes from her studio. My office is 15. So I reached out and said, I'm coming to class. I'm so excited. And from there, we've just built this relationship where I've taken class. She comes in and works with me and does conditioning and cross training. And then, of course, I've worked with her with KM and Friends. So it's just been lovely. And we just keep growing together and in different ways and supporting each other and our entrepreneurship and the dance world and everything else. So it's just been wonderful to work with Kathryn. Kind of leads me into the next question, which is a great one. Are you a dancer? Yes, in fact, I've trained and danced professionally. I trained and did a ton of classical ballet, as well as contemporary. So I did some time at Ballet West Academy in Salt Lake City. I moved to San Francisco to dance with the Lines Ballet Training Program. So that was contemporary ballet. I was the shortest of all of the dancers. If you have ever seen Lines Ballet, you know they are all the tallest, most beautiful creatures, and I'm quite short. Then I ended up in Israel with the kibbutz contemporary dance programs there and came back here into LA and did a little bit of work. There's so much story to tell of how I got where I got and what happened to stop dancing and everything in between. But that's maybe another video, another question session or deep dive. And all I can say is that I'm really grateful for every experience I had that led me here. And I'm still love dance and I love working with dancers. It's my passion. So how long have I been training dancers? I've been training dancers for 15 years. I started out as a gyrotonic instructor. That was a method that I had been doing when I was in San Francisco, and it really helped my body, and I wanted to know more. So I got certified in it and started working with random people, not even dancers, and then eventually ended up back with dancers. And now I do strength and conditioning, gyrotonic, I do some corrective exercise. I am really just a mishmash of wonderful tools and believe that there's not one method or pathway for everybody. And the more that I have, the more I can help pull and guide each individual person where they need to go. So that's really what you get when you come and work with me. We're just looking at what's your goal, what's the problems, what's standing in our way, how do we get there the best for your body? That's what I do all day long, and I love it. So why did you stop dancing? This is, like I said, it's a long story, but the gist of it is I injured myself. I had a labral tear in my hip, and now I know this is a really common injury for dancers because One reason is because we do a lot of turnout work. We do a lot of external rotation. The way we're taught to support and hold our core is not optimal, and it forces the thigh bone into the hip and creates this rubbing. There's just so many ways that we train as dancers that create this injury. And I didn't know that. I thought that pain was normal for dancers. My hips always hurt. I remember basically from 13 and on, my hips really, really hurt. So I got to a point where I literally couldn't walk, and I had to stop. It took me a while to figure out an answer. Surgeons just wanted to do surgery, but they said I would end up with a hip replacement by the time I was 30. I was like, that is not an option for me. So I decided to deep dive movement, because this was before we had as much information as we do for dancers. What I know now is that the information is not always dance specific, but it didn't cross over. We were in this world where dancers were dancers, nothing else. Like, you could not treat a dancer the way another athlete would be treated. And there are so many unique things about dance and the range of motion and the types of movement that we do, but there's so much wonderful sports evidence out there that had not crossed over into the dance world. And when I figured out some of it that helped me with my hip, the aha moments, I kind of felt betrayed by the dance world, to be honest. And I knew that I wanted to work to put some of this into dancers' hands, and that has been a mission ever since. So that's the short of it. Again, more to come maybe another time if you guys are interested. Do you take class? Right now I do not take class, but I do take class regularly. 2 years ago, I had a back surgery. It was a freak accident. I had an incident, something happened, and the whole left side of my leg, or my leg on the left side of my body, went numb, and I was dragging my foot. So I'd lost the motor function into my leg, and we did rapid fire PT trying to figure it out. And after a few weeks, nothing was coming back. And they said, if you want to be sure that we get that function back, you have to have a back surgery. So I ended up having a back surgery, and it's been a bumpy road. Also, more information if anyone's interested, maybe another time. But what I have found right now is that my back does not love extension, which is backbending or arabesque or tendu derriere. Ballet is full of extension, and my back doesn't love it. So I'm taking a little hiatus personally from dancing in order for my back to be as healthy and strong as it can. But like I said, 12 hours a day, I am working with dancers and working through movements. I'm just not throwing myself into class right now to go overboard, basically. Okay, I'm gonna answer 2 more. Let's see. So what does your family look like? Good question, a little personal one. I've been together with my partner for 13 years. He's actually in the sports medicine field, so we have a lot in common. We actually share a space here, so he's on one side, I'm on the other. It's really nice. It's super nice. I've learned so much from being in his field and being exposed to people that I don't think other trainers get the opportunity to be exposed to. So I'm super grateful for that. I have a little golden retriever. She's also an Irish setter. It's a little mix. And we love her. We do. She's an office dog. So if you ever come in, you're going to fall in love with her, and that's why people come back. But we love to adventure with her, and she is our little therapy dog inside of the office. Sometimes you might see her run across the screen in a video. It has happened. So that's my family. And last one I'm going to answer. What are your favorite things in life right now? So right now, my little family unit, we have been restoring an old van, a 72 Chevy something. Don't get too impressed. I'm not that interested in it. I'm interested in the end result, but I'm a hard worker. So if you tell me what to do, I will do it. But I don't know anything about cars. That is all his side of it. But we've been working on that for a while. And with that comes being outside, camping, adventuring. Water is always my thing. So I really am working on working really hard and then relaxing really hard. So we live in a beautiful place and we have access to so many things. I'm really trying to get onto more outdoorsy things. And then I think right now, okay, this is impressive to me because I'm learning this skill. I'm learning a little bit of carpentry stuff. So that has been a frustrating and fun adventure. I built a small entertainment center. Don't get too excited. But it turned out it's level. That's the biggest thing. So I was really excited about that. And my next adventure is we are going to make a bed. It is going to happen. So maybe possibly more pictures to come. If you guys want to know more about me, jump over onto my Instagram, Align Fitness by Allie. And I hope that this was helpful, that you guys feel like you know a little bit more about me. I am here to assist you. This is my passion. This is my purpose, not even my passion. This is my purpose, is working with you guys. And I'm grateful to be here on this channel as well as my own. So if you want more, jump over to both sides of it. And if there are more questions that you would like answered or follow-ups, drop them in the comments below and maybe a part 2 video will come.